Channel 8 investigates Lincoln's overdose crisis, sponsored by Centerpoint, healthy minds and bodies, strong communities.
Welcome back, everyone. Over the past month, we've covered firsthand overdose accounts and what it looks like to walk into a crisis center for help. But what about the city's mobile response to these crises? Channel 8's Joseph Nasser spoke with first responders about their approach to an overdose scene.
A remote mental health crisis can be incredibly traumatic for those going through the crisis, family members, and those who respond to it. In 2020, Centerpoint received a grant for $4 million over 2 years that enabled them to expand their mobile crisis response services, partnering with LPD to make sure that there's a therapist just a phone call away from any dispatch.
An individual either in crisis themselves or somebody concerned about an individual would call into our dispatch center. The dispatch center would then send an officer, typically 2 officers at a time, to a scene to get there, assess the situation, and really just talk and start building a rapport with the individual.
When we get to the scene, we talk to LPD, see what's going on with the individual, we can verify safety, and then at that point, if LPD feels it's okay as well, they can leave and we kind of take over.
In 2020, LPD fielded just under 3,900 mental health calls in the city. If Lincoln police officers on scene deem it to be necessary, they can call over a therapist to be there in 15 minutes. The biggest key for therapists is to keep those dealing with a mental health crisis calm.
Going up to the individual, letting them know who I am, that I'm with the crisis response team, that I'm here to support them, that our goal is to figure out what their needs are.
There are times where we're spending 1 to 2, sometimes more, hours with these individuals, really just listening to them, talking with them, and really giving them options.
According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, about 9.5 million U.S. adults experienced both mental illness and a substance use disorder back in 2019. 20% of individuals suffering from mental illness also suffer from substance abuse issues.
We understand that those two things go hand in hand, and it may just be that it's somebody looking to cope and find something to cope with those issues.
All Lincoln police officers are equipped to respond to the scene of an overdose.
If we're under the assumption that an individual is suffering from some kind of overdose symptoms, we will administer Narcan and see what those effects are, while also monitoring the breathing and any kind of communication they may be providing with us as well.
Centerpoint's mobile crisis response is similar to its outpatient clinic. Calmly assess the scene, diagnose the problem through speaking with the victim, and connect them with services that may help.
Ultimately, our job out there is to be that empathetic ear for individuals and to really listen to them, see what they need.
It's really just trying to figure out where the person's at and just being with them with where they're at.
Reporting in Lincoln, Joseph Nasser with Nebraska's trusted news source.
And it's important to note, state law says people who experience overdose or are with somebody experiencing an overdose are protected from future prosecution as long as they cooperate with first responders and remain on the scene. And you can follow all of our stories we've done with this investigative series. Just go to our website and click Lincoln's Overdose Crisis at the news drop-down bar. We'll be right back with our top 8 before GMA after the break.